The Liverpool Tester Gathering! Woo! Yeah. Check this out, man. So it's a full room. It's absolutely brilliant to see so many people here. We started off with about 60 people for our first gathering, and it looks like we've got around about 90 here tonight, so absolutely fantastic. We'll start with introductions, and I'll start with the crew. So we've got Chris at the back, who's one of the organisers. Say hello, Chris. Chris from Late Rooms. We've got Duncan Nisbet. Is Duncan here yet? Is he still down on the door? Has anyone told him we've started? Oh, I love that. So Duncan's one of the organisers. We've got Amy, who's one of the organisers, and she's not here tonight. She's sunning herself in Tenerife, somewhere like that. Cyprus. We've got Phil, who does the camera work. Let's have a round of applause for Phil. Yeah. One of the unsung heroes. So Phil does the camera work for the Manchester Tester Gathering as well. And nobody really knows that once we all go home tonight, Phil puts sort of probably something like 10, 20, 30 man-hours in to doing the videos along with his wife to get them up on YouTube. So I think that's a round of applause. Yeah. So we've got some new people here tonight. Hands up if this is your first Liverpool Tester Gathering. Wow. That's a lot of hands. Keep your hands up. We'll have, okay. So let's go around the room and just quickly shout out what companies you're from. Okay, let's go. JD Williams. JD Williams. Oh dear. sorry. I'm Shop Direct. Oh, I'm Lee, by the way. I didn't even introduce myself. Okay. Yeah. Our competitor. Okay. Oh no! New Mind? PlayStation. Oh my God. Hands down. Hands up if you're PlayStation. Okay, you can keep your hands down now. Everybody else, hands up that's new still. Keep it around the back. Red Eye. Same, Red Eye. 3 from Red Eye, brilliant.
Shop Direct.
Shop Direct. Okay, hands down, everybody. Hands up, who's from Shop Direct? Okay, yeah, okay. You can keep your hands down now if you're a newbie. Everybody else who's a newbie still, let's keep them up. Okay, guys here, what company?
Think Money.
Think Money, welcome. At the back. MD Insurance. More than welcome. At the back.
Assurance Solutions.
Assurance Solutions, welcome.
Student.
Excellent, love that. Strange name for a company, but I love it. Communicis, welcome Communicis.
Express Gifts.
Of course, sorry, Express Gifts coming along the front.
About 365.
Yes, welcome guys. Russell, is it?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Russell. Okay. Let's keep going. Rock IT, welcome Rock IT. Guys at the back.
Evolution Recruitment.
Oh, Evolution Recruitment, like it.
Test Direct.
Test Direct, bit of competition there. Like it. At the back.
BAE Systems.
BA Systems, whoa. Gary?
Angel Solutions.
Angel Solutions. Is that a lap dancing club or something? Or I don't know. Okay, so brilliant. So we've got a real good breadth of different companies here again tonight. Let's do roles. So do we have any architects in the room? Yeah, brilliant. We've got one. That's cool. That's super cool. Have we got any developers in the room? Excellent. That's super cool as well. Have we got any project managers in the room? Excellent. Okay. Any? Oh, yes. Come on, Jill. Don't be shy. Have we got any CEOs in the room? Oh, okay. Any testers in the room? Yeah, cool, okay. So let's get going. We don't mind why you're here. The fact is, you're here. You could be doing a number of things here in Liverpool tonight, but you've chosen to be here at Launch 22. You've chosen to give up 3 hours of your time for self-development. Yeah, 3, yeah. So, sorry. It turns into a nightclub later. Okay, so you've given up 2 hours of your time, depending how soon they can get me off this stage. But isn't that great that you're giving up your time for self-development? You're giving up your time to think about how you can develop better. And I don't care if you're here for that reason, or whether you're here for the free beer, the free pizza, or whether you're just here because your mates are. We don't care. The main thing is you're here, and we're very happy to have you. Okay, so let's get on. The agenda. So we've done the first bit. Beer, pizza, mingle, make new friends. Cool. Next bit is the intro. That's what I'm doing right now. We're going to go into our sponsors, who are Sony PlayStation, which you can see here. So how important are our sponsors? Well, without our sponsors, we wouldn't be sat here. Without the sponsors, we wouldn't have been able to pay for the space, the beer, or the pizza, or the lap dancers, Gary. So without the sponsors, honestly, on a serious note, we really are grateful for sponsors. We had Sophology do the first one. We've now got PlayStation doing this one. And I was lucky enough to spend 3 years at PlayStation. It was 3 fantastic years. I know there's an awful lot of people from here in the room that are currently PlayStation. And I know there's a lot in the room who have moved on from PlayStation. So it really is a really good recruiter in the Liverpool area for testers. For me, it was probably the 3 best years of my life as a tester, apart from where's Simon, Holland, apart from the last 9 months. Yeah. But regarding myself as personal development and growth, it really was a fantastic time. And for that, the person that's coming up to do the sponsorship bit is Dave Parkinson, and he was the main sort of... go on, Dave. Wave, go on. Yeah, Dave. So... Not too much, not too much. Dave really was an inspiration for me for my testing. He gave me a real spurt of growth regarding getting off my arse and doing some self-development. So on that note, Chris, can we switch these slides, please, over to PlayStation? Oh, no, hang on. I better work through the rest of the agenda. Sorry, yeah. So after the sponsors, we've got James. Let's have a round of applause for James. Yeah, cool. Yeah. So James is going to be probably 45 minutes to an hour. He's got some great hands-on testing exercises for you to do. I hope you've all brought them. You want it? Yeah. Depends how long again I'm on stage for. But I hope you've brought some handsets with you because you will need them. I did the Manchester version when James did it in November, and it was the best tester meetup I've been to. So it really was fantastic. So we've got James. Then we're going to have a break and a pee and drink some beer. See the roof terrace again if you want. Mingle, and maybe you want to unfriend the people that you made friends with earlier. It's up to you. But then we've got something where we've listened to your feedback. So after the break, we've got something called Flash Talks. It's not rude. It's people that come up and do maybe a minute and a half, 4 minutes in front of you guys. It's usually their first example or experience of talking publicly. And it's just them wanting to get a message across, ask a question, or just share some knowledge. So how cool is that? So we've got some flash talks. And that was one of the feedbacks from our first session. There wasn't enough flash talks. And Matt, who's in the crowd tonight, did a flash talk for us in February. And he's doing another one tonight, I believe?
If you want.
Absolutely. And Matt's gone on to, well, I'll let Matt tell his story when he comes up with his flash talk. But what's really great is Matt is actually an ex-Sony PlayStation employer. And I think that's cool because Matt's gone on as well and grown. He's now doing test bash. He's done weekends away doing testing and all sorts. So he's got a great story to tell. So that'll be the flash talks. Then we're going to have a summary. And then there's a big announcement at the end. Don't go home until you've heard that announcement. Yeah? Seriously. And then we're going to the pub. Yeah, thank you. Who was that? Thank you at last. The pub is... Oh, it's over there. It's called the Railway. Now, we've already had some criticism from someone, haven't we, Tom? Where's Tom? Yes, Tom. Not keen with our choice of pub. But anyway, we're going over there to have a few beers after. So you're more than welcome to come and join us. And on that note, can we switch over to the PlayStation slides, please? Yeah, cool. And I'd like to introduce you to our sponsor tonight, the one, the only, Dave Parkinson.
Thanks, Lee. I'm probably going to underwhelm everybody now with the next few slides, but it's great to be here and do what is really a small bit really to support such a great local testing community. The talk's only going to be about 4 minutes, and it's not the traditional kind of sponsor sales pitch by any stretch of the imagination, but just really hopefully gives you an overview of who we are, what we do, and why we do it, I guess. Can everyone hear me okay? Yeah? So, PlayStation's had test operations in Liverpool for 22 years, believe it or not. And I've been a part of that from the duration, basically. But I'd like to take you back basically to 1994. The US hosted a Football World Cup. Some all-time classic films were released. Mandela became president of South Africa. The Channel Tunnel opened. O.J. Simpson tried on some ill-fitting gloves. And the PlayStation launched in Japan, but it also coincided with the start of my testing career and really, really instigated my passion for the craft of testing itself. So really we exist ultimately to support our first-party game development studios worldwide, basically in delivering successful, hopefully successful game franchises. Hopefully you'll recognize some of these on the screen. So really to talk you through our operations, we've got core operations in Liverpool, San Diego and Tokyo, and we've got a release management facility in San Mateo, just outside San Francisco. And we really operate as a global team. So to give you some context, I'd like to walk through a year in our life, essentially. So in the last financial year, we supported the delivery of 34 unique full game titles. In terms of the total throughput, including downloadable content, patches, public betas, etc., nearly 4,000. Nearly 600,000, well, over 600,000 test hours were executed against the portfolio. And this may seem a high number to some people, but we supported 69 individual development studios worldwide. A real challenge when you consider the differences in culture, environment, tool sets, etc. We supported releases on 7 platforms, primarily PlayStation 4 though, of course. Tested 28 unique languages. And at peak, our headcount briefly touched over 500 heads, majority of which were short-term contractors. In conjunction with our vendor partners, we test across 10 unique locations globally. And within our global job family, there's 35 unique roles. And just to expand on that a little bit further, our jobs portal, which is a little bit clipped at the bottom, is playstationjobs.co.uk. And just to give you an indication of the variety and depth and diversity of some of the roles that we have at PlayStation, some of them are listed here. And in particular, I want to draw your attention to 2 of the technical test roles that we have, the test analyst and the software development engineering test, or the SDET. I've got hard copy job descriptions of those 2 roles if you show any interest, and that's the only pitchy part of the entire talk. And I'd just like to very quickly talk about some current challenges that we have. You know, we're certainly not unique. At times people think the game industry is this, island in its own right, and it really isn't. As any organization has its own unique challenges, but maybe some of these things might resonate with some people in the audience. And if you do, by all means, catch me later over a beer and we'll maybe talk about some of these things. We're really digging a lot very deeply into telemetry now. I'm trying to pull out telemetry and use data visualization to hopefully drive and influence test strategy. VR testing, it's really challenging our sort of conventional physical environment, but also our test processes and the conventional norms. Moving to new business models, games as a service, rapid release, and it puts a lot of pressure on the release pipeline. I just briefly touched on the technical testing talent. We all find that there's a scarcity of talent, certainly willing to come into the games industry. So really we need to improve our recruitment and selection processes, as well as our staff retention. The game sizes, the file sizes are getting exponentially bigger year on year. So, how do we improve our release engineering pipeline so that we can improve the time to test metric? And always a classic one, really. Our automation frameworks are very mature now. We can automate so much, even in very bespoke gaming environments. But are we getting a return on investment? It's a key question that executives continually asking us. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So competition time. I've got a prize primarily that money can't buy. This is the PlayStation 5, everybody. No, I'm kidding. So it's a PlayStation poker set. And the prize goes to anyone in the room. PlayStation staff, formerly and current, are excluded, by the way. Well, unless nobody gets it. To name what's in the image that follows. There'll be a little bit of a slow reveal, but hopefully there's some geeks in the room that may know. It's a little bit cryptic, so here we go. No shouting out, by the way, hands up only. You're not PlayStation. You don't know what it is? One hand, no hands? That's kind of embarrassing. I haven't got a plan B.
Oh, someone at the back, Phil.
Someone at the back came first.
DVD player?
Nope. Well, technically, I mean, you know, you may win the kind of booby prize with that one,
The
but
original Dreamcast concept.
no.
Phil? Laserdisc?
No, good, you know, good call. Nice and sizable, but
PlayStation prototype.
no. No.
Smaller.
It's going to project a hologram in the middle, like on screen.
The only reason that's there is just to hide the identity of what it actually is. So, and there's another one there, if you notice. No. You know what? I thought someone would get it by now.
HD DVD. PSX.
The man's got it. Yep. It's the PlayStation X. You win the prize. It is a little bit heavy. Yep. Congratulations. So, for anyone who doesn't know what the hell the PSX is, it was essentially a PS2 with a digital like PVR recorder. It only ever appeared in Japan, only ever launched in Japan. Wasn't hugely successful, so didn't really make the grade, and certainly didn't launch over in Europe and America. But good eye for detail. That's really it for me. Just a shameless plug for one of our biggest biggest game releases of the year that's coming on the 10th of May. And if you don't buy it, you're not cool. It's as simple as that. So that's it for me, everyone, and thanks for listening.